Good morning. Hey, I'm coming to you to get you logged in to the week in review for the week of March 22nd through March 28th. However, today, being March 29th, the day I record this, today will be the Lincoln-Reagan dinner that by the time you read this or see this video, it will have happened. I hope you had a chance to make it, and I really hope you got to meet the candidates. But with that said, I want to start out with a couple of announcements about things to be careful for, and that being ballot initiatives. Ballot initiatives are very important in the state of Montana. It's the way we change laws. It's the way we can change our Constitution. Make sure you know what you're signing. We have several ballot initiatives coming by this year. We have I-194, which is called the Montana Plan. It's the Anti-Citizens United initiative to try to get big money, big dark money out of politics. I have studied that a bit, and I'm going to continue studying it. As of right now, it looks like it's going to do what it says it's going to do, but we'll keep an eye on that. Another set of initiatives coming out is I-129, I-130, and a new one that came out from Senator Wiley Gault about property tax. What these things aim to do is cap the raise in property taxes to 2% annually. Now, I can't sit here and tell you the difference between each one of these initiatives, being three of them. I will keep you up to date on that. It is certainly worth looking at because House Bill 231 and Senate Bill 542 that we passed last session was called property tax reform. Well, there were some major mistakes made in that, and these three initiatives aim to correct some of that. Now, you're going to be happy with your tax bill because it did reduce. So I get it. 80% of the people who received tax bills got a property tax reduction on their primary house. But there's other properties out there that are owned by Montanans as part of their daily life, such as a family cabin, or maybe they have a ranch with another house on it to house their hired hand or somebody like that. And it greatly changed their tax status. So these measures, these 2% measures, are an attempt to fix some of that problem. We have also I-19 Initiative 132 coming out there and it seeks to enshrine nonpartisan judicial elections. It sounds simple, sounds great. The words are really easy, but don't be fooled. Make sure you know what you're signing. These initiatives have long-term implications. So when when somebody comes to you with a clipboard asking for your signature to sign a petition, don't just sign it. Look at it. And you need to also know that we passed a law last legislative session that if a ballot signature gatherer comes to you and asks for your signature, if they work out of state, they must tell you. If they're paid, they must tell you. And the purpose in that is to keep Montana politics in Montana, not letting big money organizations come in and run our politics. That's the purpose in that. If we have people gathering signatures for you to sign a petition for a constitutional initiative or an initiative, we want to know that those people are from Montana. Now to get on with the week, Tuesday, March 24th and 25th, the Fergus County Clerk and Recorder had poll worker trainings, and apparently it went really well as far as numbers of people who showed up. I know Grass Range was highly represented on the 24th. A whole bunch of them went in there. And thank you, everybody, on the 24th and 25th for engaging in your civic duties and becoming poll workers. It's important that we have people working the polls, and thank you much. Another thing that happened on Wednesday is the Westfall Bull Sale here in Grass Range. I stopped by for a bit to just see the crowd because I had to get on out to a timber management project, but stopped by to say hello, and they served a great, nice burger that from the beef from that ranch, from the Westfall Ranch, and a lot of people there. And then I'm sure the bull sale went well. I haven't heard yet, but I just can't imagine it not going well. It was well attended, a lot of people there. Then on that same day, had a Montana Energy Caucus Zoom call, and that Caucus, we aim to figure out how to develop Montana's energy future in a responsible way. And we're working with industry on that to make sure that the legislature does what it needs to do in order to make that a process that does not endanger Montanans or our environment, but also at the same time we develop our energy resources here in Montana. I did do my 2 homeschool Constitution classes, one on Wednesday, one on Thursday, and those are very bright kids and we're learning quite a bit. The other things that happened is I did not make it to the local food summit put on by Abby Barley of the Snowy Mountain Development Corporation. I had a breakdown out here at the timber project. I just couldn't make it back in town in time to do that. I'm hoping that that went well and looking forward to seeing the notes and discussion about that. On Saturday, March 28th, yesterday, I attended the Defend Our Democracy rally there in Lewistown. You know, that is a protected right that we have, one of the 5 in the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which is the right to peaceably assemble. And it was a peaceful crowd, messages, you know, everybody was cordial, and I talked to many people, and we had good exchanges. And of course, we don't agree on everything, but that's the purpose in the political process, is to see what other points of view are and try to just, you know, turn other people to our side, or their job is to turn us to their side. It's just the process. And I mentioned a couple of times, I got a timber management project going on out at my dad's ranch. And the purpose in that is fuels reduction. You know, fire season might be a big thing this year, I've been told by everybody. So we need to make sure that we're doing what we can to make sure that if fire does get on our landscape, that it doesn't take everything. In addition to fuel reduction, however, though, that also takes care of conifer encroachment on meadows. When I was a kid, there's many meadows up there. They're now totally timbered, and we're trying to clear those back off. And also another thing is wildlife habitat, and also pasture land grazing. The more trees that come in and take over meadows, the less habitat's available for herbivores to graze, to eat, like cattle, elk, deer. So we're trying to improve the landscape. And it's a lot of work, and we're going to keep doing it. You know, if you're interested in knowing more about all these topics, come to my web page, ShaneClacken.com. Sign up for my newsletter. And you can also follow me on X, Instagram, TikTok, and I also have a YouTube channel, also Facebook. And on my webpage, ShaneClacken.com, I'd appreciate it also if you consider contributing to my campaign to be reelected as the House District 37 representative. I do have an independent who has signed up to run and win that office, and also a Democrat who has signed up too. So it takes some money to do these kinds of things, and I'm not independently wealthy, so I would appreciate your help in fundraising for doing this race to be reelected as the House District Representative. Thank you.